Hello, this is House of Mass Reviews here, ready for today's video. In my, in obviously my bumpus room. And, we'll say this, today's a good video to do. Today's probably the best thing to do for today because, I'm not sure if you can see, but it's overcast. It was raining a few minutes ago. So, yeah. I don't know, it just feels like a good thing to do. So I've done, over, as you know, for two of my videos I've done, which I've listed in a playlist above, where I showed some of my collection of games for specific consoles. When the PlayStation 4 came out, no, PlayStation 5 came out in 2020, I did a video showing all my PS2 games I collected up until that point. Then last year, I decided to revisit that concept again with the Nintendo DS. And, well, I just, looking back on those years, they're some of my favorites, and I wanted to revisit again. So, and I'm going to keep on doing these at different times. I'm not saying this will be a reoccurring thing, just when I feel like I want to do it. Where I show off my collection of games for a specific console that I have up until that I've collected up until that video first came has been released. What I currently have, and I figured best to go in order of what consoles I got at the time. And now, so let's get on to today's console, which is the Nintendo Wii. The Wii. I remember pretty well when I got you. This was a gift I got for Christmas from one of my uncles. He owns a second-hand store, and that's how I got my Wii. Uh, and I remember getting it pretty in December 2010, because I remember 2 years later was when the Wii U came out, and 3 years later is when I got my Wii U. I'll talk about when I got it for 2012 when I get to that console, which I think will be the fifth video in this series. But yeah, the Wii. I must say this. If you're wondering where the top part is, this is what I used a lot for my. This is what I used to play my GameCube games on, and so obviously I had to take that top part off to put the GameCube memory card in. It's disappeared now, so don't know where that is. And if you and I'll explain a little bit what I'll do with the GameCube series, but that'll be later at the end. And this part right here now, as a special bonus, my brother and I used to collect video game magazines for uh, a while, and we one of the magazines we got was a special issue for Donkey Kong Country Returns, and we got these stickers that we could put on our Wii remotes and obviously our Wii. I am not going to show the remote, but yeah, I've obviously retired using my Wii, but it doesn't mean I still have fond memories of using this thing. And boy, do I remember having some very fond moments. And well, a lot of these games I played all on the Wii. Though as we get further on, I will get to a few that well, began playing on my Wii U and collected a little bit later. So we'll get to them when we get to them. But I guess it's fair to say that we start off with the first game I owned for the Wii, which, let's be fair, isn't actually a surprise, give or take. As what game was bundled with the Wii and became its best seller? Wii Sports. This was and like many people, I obviously fell in love, played a lot of this, especially a lot with my family. This was the game I played the most with my parents, actually, especially my dad. We each had our favorite sport. I don't, out of all of them, I think we played baseball. The one I played the least of was baseball. I remember playing a bit of tennis. I love boxing. The highlights were golf and bowling. I was the best at 10 pin bowling, and I continue. And through then, it's become my favorite sport to play when I'm out of the house. And golf, that was when my dad kicked my butt a lot, and my brother, even my uncle when he came over when was off on a holiday from his work and stayed with us. He would come over and play this too. Yeah, this is a game I played a lot of, and it's probably the game I played the most of on the Wii. I mean, there's a few others, but we'll get to them when we get to them. But I do admit this is probably the one I have the easiest game I have the most memories with. And I mean, a lot of people would agree with that. They have a lot of memories with Wii Sports. So yeah, fun game. Love it. Easy thing I would. Very fond memories, you know. Because, yeah, what can I say? It's Wii Sports. It came with every Wii. If you want to know the first game I bought for the Wii, now this was my own money. This is a game I bought pretty much the day after my 11th birthday. Mario Power Tennis. Yes, I bought the Wii version with motion controls. I know a lot of people say, oh, you shouldn't be doing this new play control thing. It ruins everything. But look, at the time, I didn't have a GameCube. And look, I don't care. I enjoyed playing Mario Power Tennis. I mean, it's what can I say? It's the best sports Mario game ever. I mean, so much personality. Oh, the bloopers and the victory and the trophy celebrations. Some of the best moments in any Mario game by far. If you want to see personality in Mario sports games, look up this and look up the trophy celebrations and the bloopers. They're funny. You didn't think you would think Camelot didn't have to do that, but they did it, and it makes this game so much special because of it. I don't think I, but to be fair, I think after I got through maybe I remember it getting pretty hard because I'm not sure if it was the motion controls, but if I ever go back to it, I'll figure it out just how hard it got because I don't know. I sort of remember stopping after I got me and my brother stopped after we got the first set done, especially since there are other Mario games on this. So yeah, we'll get to them. But yeah, this was the second game I owned for the Wii, and I remember that well. The next two were Christmas presents that same year, and they are Super Mario Galaxy 2 and Mario Kart Wii. This game in particular, Super Mario Galaxy 2. Oh, we went back and forth with this game a lot. I mean, a lot. We tried, my brother and I tried our best to 100% complete this game. And I remember we got to that final mission, you know, the Champions Run or whatever it's called, the perfect run, the one we have to survive on, get through the entire stage on one life in order to meet Rosalie and bring her to the Starship Mario. Yeah, we tried, we got to that, and we tried so many times, yet we never could beat it. I don't know if I can call it, yeah, I would like to give it another shot again. It's probably one of the games I want to complete a bucket list, finally 100%, finally complete it. Yeah, it would have to be Pikmin 3 on the Wii U. But yeah, obviously we played a lot of this. It was yeah, we played a lot. Mario Kart Wii. This was hard. It's hard. It's really, really hard. I remember we did me and my brother played a lot of multiplayer with this. I mean, as a lot of people did. I mean, this has, in my view, if you don't count Mario Kart Tour, the best roster in any Mario Kart game by far. I mean, just look at that roster. It is fantastic with who they brought in and the inclusions and all that. I love the tracks. I love everything. I love the bikes. In fact, the bikes are all unique, very unique creations, and a lot of them based on references to the Mario series, like the Wario bike from WarioWare. That's amazing. And the Blue Falcon from F-Zero. That's fun. But it's interesting that a lot of those bikes and that every bike and car, with the exception of the standard ones, are exclusive to the specific weight classes, which yeah, I'm not a big fan of. I want to drive the Warrior bike as say why can't I drive the Warrior bike as someone like Mario or have him also drive the Blue Falcon, which is exclusively to lightweight characters like Toad and the babies, like, jeez, and yeah. But yeah, I don't remember playing much battle mode. Well, okay, I do remember playing it, but what I mean to say is I didn't play every battle track. Yeah, I didn't play them all. Like for the new ones, I didn't play that desert track. I don't know why, it just didn't appeal to me. And the retro ones, I didn't. The only two I remember the two I played a lot of were Twilight House returning from DS, which that was my first Mario Kart game, and Skyscraper from Mario Kart 64. I did play one time on Cookie Land, but that was one time. In the SNES Battle Course and GBA Battle Course, didn't play them all. Maybe once or twice, but don't really recall. But yeah. Hmm. If I ever do go back to this, I'll try and one day find Super Mario Galaxy. I don't own that. If I ever do, I want to get it because if you had a Super Mario Galaxy save file on your Wii, you could unlock Rosalina easily with this and that. Jeez, I just wish I could go back and do that. It just would be good. Jeez. It's funny that you look back on things and just like you want to wish you could have done that. The next game I owned was Big Beat Sports, released by THQ. That was my brother's, and he got rid of that years ago. Like, yeah, I can understand why. It's a bad game. Next game I know we owned, because we were inspired to get this from my cousins, Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Yeah, I know a lot of people still have mixed feelings over it concerning the additions, but geez, do I have so many memories with this, especially in particular Subspace Emissary. I loved Subspace Emissary and playing it, and I loved. Um, my mains in this game were my main was obviously Luigi in this game, but others would occasionally come in, especially when it comes to all these secrets and all that. We and the challenge board, it was addictive to try and get that done. We loved the music, though we didn't quite get the music right. We were a bit confused with the. We always thought the screen where you can determine what music shows up more often. We always thought that was volume when we were young. Jeez, it's funny to look back on what you think on certain things with games. It's just, hmm, it just, yeah. It's and hmm, we also having a lot of fun with tourney mode because we would do these 32-man game tourneys of single players and see how far everyone who would make it to the top and win. We also, I don't remember ever facing Crazy Hand really in this. Don't know. Yeah, I don't think we ever did get face Crazy Hand outside of the boss rush mode in in extra mode or whatever it was for the single player. But yeah, I played a lot of Brawl, still do, and it's only about this realistic. Even though I know, even though I like the everyone looks nowadays in Smash Ultimate, the realism in Brawl, I don't know, it still has its own appealing side to it. Yeah. Then Mario and I don't know the shaded Link and realistic Link. I don't know, just I like it. Now the next game is interesting. We got the now this is where this next game is also when I first ordered my first GameCube game, and but this is what my brother got: Super Mario All Stars. Yeah, this was obviously for the 25th anniversary of Mario, and I remember he got this game, and I think like many people who've talked about this say they should have included the All Stars version with Super Mario World included because uh, sorry about that. But anyway, as I was saying, they should have included the version with Super Mario World Edition because this is already on the WiiWare, the Wii Shop. This version just now its physical release. But what was interesting is what it came with: a DVD case for a CD featuring the themes of many Mario games, and an art book too. In fact, I think it's still in there. Yeah, there it is. Super Mario 60, Super Mario History, 1985 to 2010 booklet. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it would have themes of of those 10 games, the 10 games released for the mainline series, and then from the sound effects, and game over theme from the original Super Mario Brothers. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, it's fun to get stuff like this. Hmm, it's incredible. Still wish I had Super Mario World. Just saying. The 16-bit recreations though. No, this was my first attempt time playing Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels, and Super Mario Bros. 2. Not sure about 3 though. I think I played that first through the archives. Well, actually, no, I did play that too, but I remember playing Super Mario Bros. 3 more on this collection. Yeah. Now, the next game, lead up to the Olympics, Mario and Sonic at the London 2012 Olympic Games. How these piles got longer. But this was I'm playing a lot of this. I mean, just the fact. I mean, I know it's not the crossover everyone imagines, but these games are all fun. The mini games are all fun to play, and I love also seeing mixing matching different combinations of characters from each of these worlds to play some of the team sports or these dream events. The dream events were cool. Even some of the party mini games, like in these London party missions, they're fun too. They're really good. I really enjoy it. As you know, my first Mario and Sonic games I played were for the DS versions of Beijing and Vancouver. But yeah, still enjoyable. I will say this: if they do a Mario Sonic game when the Brisbane Olympics happen in 2032, you can tell I'm going to get that no matter what. I mean, exploring Australia, that'd be cool. Now those were all games like now the Brawl game from Brawl to London were games I got in 2011. In 2012, the first game was Donkey Kong Country Returns. Hmm. Yeah, I remember this a lot actually. And yeah, this is a hard game. I did not get far of this. I think I got up to the caverns and then stopped. I was going to be Country Tropical Freeze, but I never completed this. I don't know if I'm ever going to go back and try again. I'm honest. I don't know if I can go back and complete it. Yeah. Now this next game was more my brother's that he spent all the time with, but I remember playing and watching a bit of it. Animal Crossing. Let's go to the city. My first ever Animal Crossing game I played. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really remember playing a lot of it. I mean, eventually I did create my own avatar. I just mostly watched my brother though, so I can't really say I played this a lot. But I do have memories of it, so that's one thing to say. But memories I do have for Punch Out for the Wii. Ah, yes. This is a game I have so many memories of. Yes, it got hard, but I pushed through it because of the motivation to finally fight Donkey Kong at the end. And I remember the day I finally got the option to fight Donkey Kong. I think it was my birthday my 13th birthday. We were playing it, and DK shows up, and I was just going, yes! All my hard work to get to him was finally realized. But I couldn't get around his strategy at the time. So what I did was I just lost, and which, as you know, you face Donkey Kong in Max Last Stand, and after three losses, your tourney series is over. And looking back on it, considering there was other stuff you could have unlocked, if you defeat 10 opponents in that mode, yeah, you kind of think that kind of makes me wish I hadn't done that. I eventually saw a new save file on this on the Wii U, and I did just that, and it felt more satisfying to get that done. So yeah, that's. But yeah, I have so many memories of this game. I think this might actually be probably on the same level, same amount as Brawl that I spent the most amount of time with. Yeah, this I have a lot of memories of. Still do. Still love playing it. Of course, nowadays I play on my Wii U, but yeah. Punch Out for the Wii. Jeez, do I love this game. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay, so resuming on, the next game I think I got was New Super Mario Bros. Wii. Now, this I eventually did complete, unlike, say, Donkey Kong Country Returns, but this was also hard, considering me and my brother resolved to complete this with multiplayer. And yeah, it can get infuriating. But I'm just saying, it was even hard just because, I don't know, I was never good at this. I don't know why. It's just funny that this is probably the most difficult Mario game I've ever played, and the one I was completely horrible at. I mean, I've played other New Super Mario Brothers games, but this is the one I sucked at the most. Don't know why. Can't really say, but at least I was able to actually complete the main quest. So I'm just saying that. But yeah, no. It's funny to look back on these games and think, yeah, I was not good at that. Okay, now the next one, I believe Skylanders Spyro's Adventure, yeah. Now, this is interesting with this. The first ever Skylander I purchased was a single version of Eruptor. So you must be wondering why I did that before getting this. Well, I just wanted to own it for the sake of collection. Especially since I knew that, I don't know why, I just had that feeling after Giants was announced that they were ditch the old Skylanders. Yeah, I was a bit like that. So I just wanted to own one for the sake of it. I was not expecting my dad to purchase this as an extra so we can actually play the game. I was just happy to just use it, own it in mint condition and keep it in my plastic container until, well, I'll show you my Amiibo Skylanders and Disney Infinity figures at some later point, but yeah. Hmm. Never completed it though. Yeah, and this is another game I never completed. I think we stopped when we got to the magic area. I don't know. I I might one day go back to complete it though. I don't know. I think I might. Yeah, it just depends. Just at least complete the main quest. Yeah, because I remember the fact they didn't have features like jumping and that kind of made it a little bit, hard to say. But yeah. Now, next, I believe, if I'm correct, was. And these next, I would say next four, yeah, I'm going to say four. Yeah, yeah, four, it was four. Were all games I got again through my uncle's secondhand store. And we have Super Paper Mario, Rayman Raving Rabbits TV Party. Oh, actually, no, that's Pokemon Battle Revolution. Rayman Raving Rabbits TV Party, and the original Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games on the Wii. Now, looking at these games, what I played, well, Super Paper Mario is the one I spent the most amount of time, and I still love it. I know it's not a traditional Paper Mario game, but the story is, and it's still the best story I've ever seen in a Mario game. Probably one of my favorite stories in video games history. Love it, and I still enjoy it. Again, this is another game made multiple save files just to improve myself, and the last one I did on the Wii U, I got more of the optional pixels, Dash L in particular, the one you got from defeating Whacktail in the Flipside 100 Pit Trials. Yeah, I did that. I never did Shadow though, the boss in the Flopside Pit Trials. Now, Mario Sonic at the Olympic Games, I do remember playing it, but I will admit this is some of the worst graphics I've seen in a Wii game. It's way too saturated for myself. I mean, just look at the other Mario and Sonic Olympic games on the Wii, and they look much better this. Yeah, unlike the other Wii, and the difference is, and one of the major things I find interesting about this version, the original Mario and Sonic game, is that the main theme that you hear in the menu is the same in all versions, not just console, but also the Wii, but also the DS. The other handheld and the other games that were released on handhelds and console had different themes for the menu. Not this, I believe. I'll have to double check that because I never played all the handheld games. Yeah. So now these two, I think I played the least amount of Rayman Raven Rabbits. Yeah, I don't recall too much of it. Now, Battle Revolution, I know a lot of people don't like it. So I do remember getting a kick out of transferring some of my Pokemon from Diamond and Pearl into this and flying through that. But I know what we did was we created different save files of each of our favorite Pokemon from our games and use them for different characters. And we created one just out of a joke with our dad. But what we did was one of the things we got when we were playing Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum was one of our friend was an old friend of ours transferred his two Mewtwo's from the Fire Red and Leaf Green or Heart Gold Soul Silver, whatever it was, to help make our adventures in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum easier. And when we transferred Mewtwo over to this, we gave our dad the level 100 Mewtwo, and yeah, 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 I will say this that it was not a good idea. Yeah, so we would always make sure we used him last unless we wanted to do single play. Just saying. But yeah, I know a lot of people don't like it. Yeah, I have some memories. Compared to this, I don't. It's funny to look back at these things, and think about what you remember and what you don't. What I do remember though, Wii Music. Oh boy. Now, one of the thing I remember about this, I got unlocked. Me and my brother unlocked everything in this game in just one day. The only time we've ever This is the first time I've ever done that. The only other time was I think Sonic R on the Sonic Gems collection on the PlayStation 2, but that was years later. Oh my gosh. But that's not to say I still don't hate Wii Music. I mean, it's not perfect. It's very lackluster in content. But there is still a lot to enjoy, and I have memories, especially when I got to remix the Wii Music thing with the Karate Man composing. That was pretty good and pretty funny. I like that. And the venues were nice. And seeing music videos of what we played were pretty cool. But again, it just didn't have much content. That's why I don't think it flopped. And it's a shame to think that this is Kazumi Tataka's only game he's ever directed. You know him, the creator of Tataka's song. And it's not actually in this. Hmm. That's lackluster in content. Now, the final two games that I owned during my, shall I say, heyday of this being one of my main consoles was Skylanders Swap Force and the original Just Dance. Swap Force, I remember a bit playing that, but I think we just stopped because I think I was out of that craze. Just Dance, I don't remember much about playing this. You know, a lot of people have considered this one of the worst games of all time. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't remember this too well. I do remember it, but I don't remember much. Who knows? Maybe one day I'm actually, if I'm gonna sell some of these, this will probably be one of the ones I sell. Actually, just saying. I don't know why, because again I don't have any memories, so it's hard for me to have a connection to keep them. Just to say. So the next games were interesting. These are ones I got towards, I would say, the tail end of Wii U, my Wii U days. Like I just got them out sheer curiosity, and I wanted to see them and play with them. I just, you know, had that feeling, you know. So, the, and I remember this was at the tail end of the Wii U's lifespan. So yeah, that's how I can easily tell these were some of the last I played when it's connected to the Wii. First up, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games, Vancouver. I think this is the best full motion video for any of the Mario sports games. I just like it more, and it's so beautiful. Watch it again; it's actually not bad. With that said, I didn't play much of it because, though I still remember a bit of it. I never played that Vancouver single player mode or get to some of the stuff with Santa Claus. I forget what it was, but yeah, do remember. I do remember a bit of it. So yeah, so it still counts. I still have memories of it. My brother's thing that he wanted to do, Wii Sports Resorts, yeah. And this is one he had to purchase a Wii Motion Plus for. Oh man. I have good memories of it. This is actually when I remember playing some of the newer stuff. Like Swordplay was one of the ones we did a bit of. Air Sports was another one. Um, I think I do remember a bit of maybe like I'm not sure. I think it was canoeing or actually no Power Cruise. Power Cruise is probably it. But yeah, we didn't play any of the old returning stuff. We played the new sports, and yeah, it's its memories, and you know I still enjoy it. It's fine, you know, it's all right. And the final game I got towards, which was pretty much at the point I got my Nintendo Switch, I got this because I've been searching for that game for so long a time. And when the Video Easy was closing down near my house, and you know, I saw it and I said, you know what, I gotta get it. Xenoblade Chronicles. Yeah. Oh man, this was a hard game to track down until I saw it coming off set on sale. Video Easy when it was closing down. I was like, you know what, gotta get it. And boy, oh boy, I never completed it, but I had a lot of fun playing it, and I'll go back to it eventually. I'm not going to get the re-releases on say new 3DS or even on the Switch. I just want to get for the original game first. So yeah, I'll give it another shot. This is a game I want to restart on a new save file. That's just how I feel for this. It's something I want to do some point. Yeah, maybe after I get through some certain old games. You know, I might go into that, but that'll be a different story. We'll one day give it a shot, return to it, and have some fun. And finally, the last couple of games. These are ones I got years later when I'd start to go back into collecting with games for the week, but they're only just ones I feel I wanted to get. But this one here, we Party. I have fond memories of. This is when I used to play a lot at a friend's house. More specifically, the zombie minigame. The zombie minigame is one of my favorites. I just love that minigame and played a lot of it. It was just so fun. Just Pac-Man being chased by three different zombies. It's fun. Just play it again. It was a fun minigame. It holds up. It made this game a lot fun. Hmm. I'm not sure if you remember, but in Animal Crossing New Leaf, they allowed you. There was a special update where they had a Wii U where you can play what the only good game from their the horrible Amiibo Festival game on the Wii U, and they allowed you to play on free on the 3DS New Leaf. They should do that again and bring that in for one of these games. I don't know, just that zombie mini game is fun. Do it again, Nintendo. I like it. Next up was Tatsunoko versus Capcom. Yeah, Ultimate All Stars. I began this because it's all good reviews, and I was like, you know what, I want to give it a shot. I mean, I like Marvel vs. Capcom. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom. I never played two. And Infinite, I'll share with you at a different point. But yeah, I enjoy this when I finally got a chance to play it. Still enjoy it now. It's one of those games when I do want to return on the Wii, I'll give it a shot. It's fun. Love it. Still good. Now, the next one is something me and my brother this is a gift I gave to my brother for his birthday, and we still occasionally go back to it when we get a chance to play games with each other. Oh boy. Boom Street. Now, let me start off by saying this. This is one of the worst video game covers I have ever seen in my life. I mean, just look at it. These are all characters in this image. For maybe some of with the exception of some of the Dragon Quest characters, all were all previously used in other products. I mean, look, everyone's seen this Mario render. Luigi's is right here is from Super Mario 64 DS. Yoshi's is also from something. I've seen Donkey Kong's before. I know I've seen the slime a few times. But yeah, this is a game we wanted to play for so long because we just found that concept amazing. And later on, when my brother saw Let's Plays of, I forget who, but they would do of YouTubers, giving a shot of this game and seeing how far they went till they all went bankrupt. Because this is basically just Nintendo Monopoly on the Wii, and it's a lot of fun. I still have fun every now and then. It's just a nice, fun party game. Very different. We'd like to see him return to the concept again. Maybe throw in some Final Fantasy characters as well, like in that one version in Japan. Worth a shot. Now these next two, now these final three. So next up I found was once when I was doing volunteer work. Disney Universe. Yeah, strange thing to find, but again I remember the reviews of it, and it's alright. The costumes were pretty cool. Oh my god, remember? Does anyone remember this? Disney movie rewards. This was a fair thing, bit around 2010, to 2012, I think. I forget about this. Tell me what it was about. I forget about it. I think it was around Club Penguin as well. Now, now the next one is interesting. Guitar Hero 3 Legends of Rock from Japan. Yeah, I found this at a second-hand shop that I worked at. And this was a Japan copy of all things. One of the few. This is actually one of two games I own in my collection that's from Japan. It's amazing, really. What a find! And it's because of that find I'm not gonna ever get rid of it. It's just I can't even play it. I just own it. Of all the things you can find, it's these things that just sort of surprise you. To be honest, I never thought this would be the first game I'd ever owned that was from Japan. I always thought there'll be another Wii game, Captain Rainbow. If you don't know what that is, look it up. It's one of the most insane games ever to be released from Nintendo. Just look it up. And finally, the last game I own for the Wii, Mario Sportsmans. Yes, another crossover from Square Enix, and this time now this involves Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy characters, but nothing on the scale of say Boom Street. I don't think you have anything like Bianca from Dragon Quest V. It's all just the standard enemies or classes and that. Same thing with Final Fantasy. It's just the Moogles, I believe, and a few other for people, Cactuars. But yeah, the final game I own is currently, you know what? I'm okay with it. It's fine. You know, it has some charm. Not much, but it's charming. I remember my brother did a meme on this with the opening of Waluigi. I think I'll put it in the link in on the cards, you know. So for you to look into. But yeah, with that said, that is all my Wii games I currently own right now. Boy, that's a lot. Jeez, I'm surprised going through. I had a lot of them still around, you know. As I said, there are a few I got rid of over time, like Big Beach Sports, and I think there was a few others as well. But those are the ones I still currently own. And again, if I ever add anything else, I will, mention in a different video, which I might do. And at the end of this series, I'll do a separate video where I show some of the games I got after I did those videos, for each console, so or handheld, But yeah, with that said, I don't know when I'm going to do my next one, which will be the 3DS. And as for the GameCube, I'm going to save that for a separate video because I've started a bit more collecting with that. And, I feel like there's enough for me to go to do its own video with it. But yeah, that won't be for a long time. And, but yeah, that's my Nintendo Wii collection. It's fun when I do these videos and get to show off my collections of games, I just like doing that. It's fun. For the meantime, this is Hazard from Hazard Reviews out, and I shall see you in my next video. Ciao!